Howdy y'all, I got Bulldog on the channel. I want to show you something. The truck that I was working on just left. I shot another video, but I waited on it. And then I found out, the mistake was mine, so we're not gonna, well, yes, it was mine. I didn't check far enough. Found out that they had sent the parts that we asked for because that was all that we saw. There was a whole page of stuff when we went back in there and, there's an option, and click there. There's a whole page of stuff. Why couldn't we find this before? Wasn't there before, but I want to show you what. Now this is a common problem on Chevy trucks, late 90s, early 2000s, lots of them. Well, the whole 90s actually. They use the same parts. Look at this. Just horrible. That rust monster has been busy. The problem is the piece that they bolt into is turned upside down in a cup that those bolts go down through the middle of. And it catches and holds junk. And look at what happens. It just rusted out. What would they have had to do? Well, they take that cup and they turn it over. So it sheds water like an umbrella. Now, will an umbrella work if you turn it upside down and stand under it? Technically, yes. But if it's not absolutely perfectly sealed, you're standing in the center of it, it's just funneling water down on you. Well, this sits there and cups and holds all the junk in one spot, and that's the result right there. It rusts it down to where there's nothing. This one here, well, I won't focus on it because of everything else, but you can see how rusty that is. That one there broke off when I went to take it out. There we go. Put it in the center maybe. Yeah. This one here was already broke, already rusted and popped. So the fact that this hoop is bent in a square U shape, and this was still holding, that's the only thing that was holding his rear end in. It was kind of holding it on one side. These here were both on the back. And you can tell if you get on it, it was trying to push up on it. And these here are all wowed out of shape because, of the torque that was against it. They popped and came loose. Now the brake lines, where this sets like this behind it, they ran right behind these here. So when these things broke and snapped up like that, it snagged the brake line, which was already rusted in two, and it disturbed it enough, the rust flakes come off of it, and it went to leaking. That's why when I went to pull it in, there was no brakes. Well, that's not uncommon, My brother's truck, he went to pull it in to do a brake line, and because, didn't have any brakes. He pulled it inside, and guess what he found? This is what he found. That's what his looked like too. His was a 94. I actually had U-bolts for it sitting at home because I knew I was going to need them at some point. He didn't know they were broke yet. They were. But that's scary. Now, I'll tell you how tight they were rusted in there. See this one is broke? Where these were broke? On the ground over here, I kicked a bunch of stuff out of the way because I kept running into it. Let's see if I can find it. This is the one still holding a little bit. Anyway, I ran the nuts off of those pieces with the darn bolts twisted off above it. Now let's see, that one was backing up before it finally rattled out of there. I forget where they went. I got the U-bolts all figured out, put it all back together. It is an absolute mess. I can't believe the guy lived through it, really. Here's another one. There was one or two of them that backed the whole bolt off while it was up there in place. One of them, I can see over there. It surprised me just how bad they were. If you've got one of those trucks, they're good trucks, but if you've got one of those trucks, check your U-bolts. Especially if you live in a northern state where you got a lot of salt. You know, Iowa people up there, Illinois people, Michigan, Wisconsin, all you guys, look at your stuff. You won't believe, you'll think, well, that's solid, and then you start chipping away at it, and no, that's sand and dirt and everything else. So don't become the statistic. I'll tell you, I don't know exactly, I can tell you exactly how long they'll last, how far they'll go. They'll take you all the way to the scene of the crash. Just leave it at that. Like, comment, subscribe, hit your little bell notification, share it all around. Talk to you later.